Just hold on 1 second, guys. Need to correct the mistake here. There we go. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to be grinding out the latest Captain Blizzard program to drop, which is Captain Blizzard Drop 5. In this one, we have two batters, much like Drop 4 was. But this time we have Jim Rice, who is a boost for righty hitters. So, again, just like the last one, only this time instead of lefties, we're doing righties. And we also have Anthony Santander, who gives a boost for players from Venezuela. So, like, who was it? Was it Orlando Cepeda? Let's see. Yeah, it was Orlando Cepeda who gave you a boost for players from Puerto Rico. Now you get a boost for players who are from Venezuela. And actually, I think that's easier than Puerto Rico. I think you can easily build a lineup full of righties from Venezuela. Immediately, the one that comes to my mind is going to be second baseman Jose Altuve. First, I gotta find him, though. Where is he? Oh, where is Jose Altuve? Where can he be? Oh, there he is. Yeah, see? And not only that, he actually works for the righties as well, so you'll be late finishing putting up the tree. Oh, you're just putting up the tree now? Holy dude. What up, Poopin? How are you? Hold on, I'm just gonna change. Oh, not far enough. Oh, you're wonderful today. Well, that's good. Why are you wonderful? Cuba, Japan, Wisconsin, Maryland, Florida. Just excited to spend time with your family this weekend. Are you, is this like your Christmas celebration? Yo, it's just from Benny Gomes. Tim Raines is from Florida. Willie Castro is from Puerto Rico, so that doesn't work. Aaron Duran's from California. Star Jules, Oklahoma. Eric Davis is California. Don Baylor, Texas. Oh, well, that's nice. Well, congrats to your brother. DR, no. There we go. This guy will work. Josty Nixon Garcia? Do I have that right? I hope I do. Pajes from Cuba, no. Julio Rodriguez from DR. Curacao. No, he's getting married in Mexico. Oh, well, that's nice. Wow. So wait, so when is your brother? When are they planning your brother's wedding for? Ooh, Jackson Churio definitely works here. Springer, no. Okay, well, he's DR, so no. Cruz, Andre Dawson. It's a surprise. Usually weddings are not a surprise. That's something that you know about in advance. But okay, all right. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess in that situation, then yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Diaz, maybe? Oh no, he's Cuba. Santana, he's DR anyway. So this is from California. Pena is from the DR. DR. That's too bad. Condon's from Georgia. Yeah, I know the feeling. My both of my sisters are expecting kids next year. My oldest sister is going to have her first son in January, and then she's expecting in January, and then my other sister is going to have her second child, her first son, in April. Wow, there you go, boy or a girl. Oh well, that's nice. Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I better be careful what I ask for because, like, I was hoping that my sisters would have sons so that I could take them to like baseball games and everything. But I know they're going to be rambunctious, so I'm going to want to be careful what I ask for there. Believe me, my cousins were rather rambunctious when they were younger, and they definitely pushed me to my limit at times. So I just don't know what names they're gonna get him. Believe me, I don't know. I don't know my what my sisters plan to name their sons either. I mean, I offered them the name of Bo Jackson because not only was he the football player, but he was also a baseball player, and I figured that that was a nice way to kind of bridge my sister's and her husband's um two passions, which is baseball and football. But I was shot down by that. They didn't want to go for that. But that's okay. They are more than welcome to uh name their son whatever they want. Ah, yeah, see, I didn't know the gender for my other sister's second child for like months. And the funny thing was, she told my brother through the through balloons. Like, she left a package on our doorstep, and when he opened it, it's a boy balloons came out. But I thought that was just, my brother taking a guess. And then it wasn't until I saw a post that she put on Instagram of blue smoke coming out of a pumpkin that I was like, oh, it's a boy. And I was excited. And then I showed it to my parents, and they're like, wait, you didn't know? We knew with the balloons. And I was like, I thought that was just my brother's guess. So I had a bit of a moment of stupidity there. I just got really excited, I got excited about it, so. Well, like I said, it's probably gonna. I may be excited now, but when they're older, when the two sons are older, it's it may not be as fun. Believe me, I believe I was a pain in the butt when I was younger, and my cousins were, and I fully expect my nephews to be a pain in the butt. No, I know. It's just, the thing is, I don't want to say that I'm bad at discipline. It's just, in this day and age, it's hard to be disciplinary. And especially, like, I need to know how far if I need to be disciplined, or if I need to be disciplinary, how far I could go. Like, I don't want to do anything that would upset my sister or anything. Any of my sisters. But you can't just be all relaxed like, oh, kids will be kids. No, they got to learn that that their actions have consequences if they decide to get out of line. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that your niece or nephew don't like you. That's not good. I definitely want to be the fun uncle. Don't get me wrong. I want to be the fun uncle, but I'm not one to let something slide if they act up and act all bad and act like, oh, well, you can't hurt us because you're not our parents.
Montgomery.
How is that? How am I a better uncle than you? I barely even see my niece. That's the thing. My overnight schedule has made it very difficult for me to go see my niece. I mean, she's kind of scared of me anyway. She usually starts getting the crying face when she sees me. Not that I'm offended, it's just, she's at the age where it's hard for her to tell, like, who is who. It's like she's barely over 1 year old. 1 year old. But my biggest concern is that I'm not going to be able to see her as often. I know I'm definitely not going to see my oldest sister's son. Or I'm not going to see him as much because they're up in Vermont. And it's like, I really can't drop everything and just go up to Vermont. As much as I'd like to, it's just not going to happen. I have responsibilities here. But, like, for me, I'm probably going to miss out on sporting events or recitals or anything like that. Like, that's my biggest concern. Well, I mean, we just had Michael King re-sign with the Padres, a 3-year, $75 million deal. So now he's off the board. Don't forget we had Dylan Cease sign with the Blue Jays. You had Pete Alonso sign with the...
2 balls, no strikes.
With the Orioles, you had Edwin Diaz heading to Los Angeles. So there have been some pretty big signings.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 70.
Apparently the Blue Jays would disagree with you because they got him for 7 years. I really wish the Mets would have taken a shot at Michael King. Meaning what? He's going to be a solid pitcher?
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 30, Tyler Gilbert.
I don't happen to think that Max Fried is a waste of a pitcher. I think he's a solid pitcher. Well, maybe that's why the Mets are not going too crazy. Because they feel like that it's a lot of money for some of these guys. And, I hope, yes, play it smart, but, eventually the top guys are going to be gone, and then you're not going to be left with much else. And look, I get it. You don't want to make a big splurge right now, but the Mets do need a starting pitcher, and they need an ace. And so you need that. Unless you consider this season to be a wash, or you're not really focused on winning this season.
Now pitching for Chicago, number 71, Dan Boozer.
I mean, did the Mets steal them, or did the Yankees just let them walk? Maybe they knew something that the Mets don't know, and they'll probably find out. I mean, $51 million is a lot for a reliever. Wow. That's a pretty bold prediction. Even I don't have that. Honestly, I think the Mets are lucky if they get back to 500.
Ball, that's off the plate.
I mean, the way the current roster is, they could still land someone like Bellinger or Tucker, or I mean, Tucker is less likely, but they could still land someone of their caliber. But they won the division. They won the NL West. They were only in the wild card because they had the weaker of the records. And honestly, like, maybe it's not a bad thing to come out of the wild card. I mean, the Nationals, the Braves, I think the Texas Rangers in 2023 came out of the wild card round. And even this year, the Dodgers came out of the wild card and they won the whole thing.
Now batting, number 51.
I get it. But winning, and the Dodgers were one of the best teams in baseball, but they cooled off. At the end of the day, they got hot again once they got to
That's a ball.
the playoffs. I'm sorry, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. My mind just blanked for a second. Yes, the Phillies finished with the best record, followed by the Milwaukee Brewers. I understand. Phillies aren't any joke when it comes to the playoffs. Mets certainly didn't underestimate them when they took them on in the NLDS in 2024. But I feel like they underestimated the Mets, and that's what led them to their downfall.
Yeah. 0-2 is the count. 3.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 60, Ryan Hudson.
Hey.
Well, up until the World Series, that that one loss against the Phillies were the only games that the
No ball, 2 strikes.
that the Dodgers lost prior to the World Series. So they were on a good run.
Hey!
The Phillies trade Matt Strahm to Kansas City. Interesting. But, I mean, I always felt like Strahm was just not clutch enough. And the Phillies still have Jose Alvarado, so they still have him.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Hey!
Strike 3, sit down.
Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Ball, that's in. Ah! 1-1.
Well, they're looking to make a push. You know, and I guess they feel like they have enough
1 ball,
young
2
talent
strikes.
to make a push, and getting veteran leadership would definitely help in that regard. So Shane Baz, the pitcher.
Hey!
Well, like I said, I guess they're ready to make a push.
That hopped over. 2 bases.
Maybe they know something that we don't. Maybe they feel like now is their time. I don't believe it involved the Mets, because the Mets, I didn't see anything about any trade. This is actually the first time I'm hearing of this 3-team trade. Okay, I understand. I just...
2 bases.
If it makes you feel any better, SB Champ, my parents haven't put up a tree at our house in, like, years. So... But I mean, we have my sister's house, so it's like, I don't think we really need to anyway. Wow. That long, huh? Now, is this a real tree, or is this one of those artificial trees that you could put in a storage unit and wait till next Christmas to bring out? See, I'm the same way. I prefer that kind of a tree. But my dad is insisting on a real tree. And I'm like, first of all, you got to keep that tree in a base with water, which already sounds like a big pain in the neck. Then you gotta worry about taking it to the dump once Christmas is over, because you can't have that tree sitting up in your house for a whole year. Then you have to vacuum up all the needles that fall off of it. And it's like, why do all that work for a real tree? And you have to spend a lot of money on it. Like an artificial tree, you just buy it once, and as long as it's not damaged or anything, you can reuse it as many times as you like. So I just, you know,
Hey.
I just feel like there's a
Ball
lot of
one's the count.
reasons to get an artificial tree, and I think I prefer that
Hey.
than getting
No balls, 2
getting
strikes.
a real tree. Obviously, my mind can change, but for now, I don't see the point.
Hey. 0-1. 0-2 is the count. 3.
Leading off for the White Sox, the first baseman.
At this
Tim
point, I'm more worried about
Horton.
getting the innings pitched with the right-hander.
Hey. 0-1's the count. No. Inside. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Thought for sure that was going to be
Hey.
strike 3, sit out. It's not going.
Hey. Hey. 2. Three.
Strike 3, sit down.
Ball, that's upstairs. I'm out. Round roll double. Hey.
And what was that reason? Why did you decide to put up a tree so close to Christmas?
Hey.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for Chicago, number 31, Grant Taylor.
Oh, good, Woogie. Good. Glad you're on your Christmas break. Yeah, it makes sense that the last full week or the last week before Christmas that
1-1.
that they that's like the last full week before or the last full week of school until the new year. So that makes a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure that's what my school did. Although my school, we started the next day after New Year's, so... Oh. Well, that's changed since I was in school. I felt like kids in New Jersey weren't getting enough school hours. January 5th, huh? But that does sound about right.
Pitching for the White Sox, number 49, Jordan Leisure.
Hey! 0-1's the count. Ah. No balls, 2 strikes. Hey!
Yeah, this one is actually not as hard as
Hey!
the one from
0-1.
as the one from Tuesday was. And honestly, I understand why they decided to release the program
0-2.
today. Because after all, I'm sure they didn't want to release it the week of Christmas when everyone wants to go home and everything. So, makes sense that they would release it today. But now we don't have a new program or a new Captain Blizzard program until
0-1's the count.
January, and then after that, there's 2 whole weeks. We won't get another Captain. We'll actually get the final Captain Blizzard program 2 weeks after that. I was looking at or actually, maybe it's 3 weeks. It's 2 to 3 weeks. I think they said the final Captain Blizzard program
0-1.
was coming in
Counts 1-0.
at the end of January, so that might be 2 to 3 weeks.
Hey!
Strike 3, sit down. But Santander, that's the one you want?
0-1.
I mean, I personally would have preferred Jim Rice so that I could have that boost.
Hey! Ball, that's out.
Okay. All right. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I don't think either option is bad. Strike 3, sit down. I don't think you could go wrong with either Rice or Santander, whichever one you want. Yes, I saw that, or I was informed about that.
Ball 1.
Not as far as I could tell, other than Michael King re-signing with San Diego. But that's about it. Oh yeah, Matt Strahm going to the Royals. I thought he was traded. I guess he signed with them. That's fine. Okay, so Matt Strahm to the Royals, that we knew about.
0-1's the count.
Well, SB Champ says that he was traded, and he's a Phillies guy, so I have to think that he's right on that.
Ball, that's in.
Oh man, it just got really dark outside. I see this massive cloud. Looks like it's about to rain again. Oh boy.
One 0.
I mean, if SB Champ came in here and constantly teased me about the Mets, you know, eventually I would get fed up with it. But no, SB Champ has not been like that. He's been very... I mean, look, we could like whatever teams. I don't care.
0-1.
Right. I never said you would, SB Champ. And now it just got really windy, and I'm seeing raindrops on my window right now, so... So I think it's about to come down hard. Hopefully it subsides by the time I gotta go to work. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to walk in this. And I don't necessarily want to start walking. I don't want to walk in the rain, especially when it's pouring.
Ball. Hey. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, I'll strike out from here.
Ah. 0-1's the count. Hey. No ball, 2 strikes. Hey.
I mean, really the biggest pain in the butt with this is the 5 innings pitch with the righties. That's really the biggest pain in the butt.
Hey. No balls, 2 strikes. Three.
The center fielder, number 11, Jackson Del Rio.
Yeah.
And Express.
0-1's the count.
I just had a helping of mac and cheese for lunch myself. It was good, you know. Got something out of the fridge.
Hey!
Yeah, and that's fine, SB Champ. Like you don't seem like the over the top Phillies fans. You don't seem like the over the top Philadelphia sports fan that I sometimes see on Twitter, but or X. But I mean, that's just the internet. That's
Three!
people being stupid because they feel like they can. No, I understand that, and even I've met
Hey!
a ton of Phillies fans that were nice, and honestly, as Met fans, it's not like we try to disrespect them or anything. I mean, sure, we don't like the Phillies. I wouldn't say that we're all buddy buddy, but you know, we don't try to mock the Phillies. I think we know better. You know, the only thing we have to hang over the Phillies for now until I guess they win another World Series is the fact that we beat them in the NLDS in 2024. But that's about it.
Hey!
And even then, it's not like we're bragging because, yeah, we beat them, but we couldn't beat the Dodgers. So, what? We just got a moral victory over our divisional rival?
That's ball two.
Yeah, it's just the Phillies fans on Twitter, and to an extent the Braves fans on Twitter that I don't like. But otherwise, like Phillies and Braves fans that I've met in person, I've had nice conversations with them. They were nice. They were very, yeah, very nice, very conversational. So the only people that I really hate in terms of sports fans are the guys or are the people that go on Twitter and decide to act like morons. Those are the fans that I hate. And I even know quite a few who are on the Mets side. Frank Fleming, I'm looking at you. They're so over the top. Strike three, sit down, that even I don't want to be associated with them.
Did he go?
I will say, Woogie, that game with the Seahawks yesterday, that was nuts. I thought that would be a high-scoring game, but I didn't think it would be like that. I truly believe that was the game of the year. Like, if the NFL wants to pick out a game and say this was the must-watch game of the season, I would definitely
Time out. That ball bounced over.
I would definitely hope it's that game because that game was incredible. Although I am not too happy with Jackson Smith Njigba or Puka Nakua because they pretty much ruined any chance that I had of winning my championship game. Or not championship game, but rather the semifinals. So at this point, I'm either playing for
Three!
our my buy-in back, or I'm getting more than that. Unless I could pull off some miracle this weekend. But right now I'm projected at 80.
0-1.
or right now I have like a 20% chance of winning.
1-1.
That being said, I do hope CJ Stroud goes absolutely off on the Las Vegas
That's
Raiders.
ball 2.
That might be my best shot. That and hope that Trey McBride and Travis Etienne Jr. repeat their fantasy performance from last weekend.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Yeah. Should have just enjoyed the weather these last couple days. It was warm. Well,
Ball, that's inside.
I know 52 degrees might not seem like something, but or may not seem warm, but believe me, when you've been dealing with temperatures in the teens and everything, I'll take 50-degree weather. And I think it's even supposed to snow on Sunday. I don't know if that's Sunday night, but I think it's supposed to snow. Jose Altuve. And he was immediately the first person I thought of when building this lineup. I was like, yeah, Altuve for sure. I could show you my entire lineup when I get back to the main screen. In fact, this is... I just gotta strike out after this 2 more times and I'm done. Actually, wait a minute. I just realized something. Hold on. Can't strike out quite yet. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait. Oh, that's good. Okay, now I can officially start striking out. As long as the catcher catches the ball. Yesterday, freaking the catcher kept dropping the ball. It's like, no, dude, just catch it. Oh.
2 strikes.
Yeah, and I overrode... Well, I will tell you that I used Carlos Delgado and Eddie Rosario. Those are the 2 that I used for... Or those were 2 guys that I used to be able to complete both stat missions with the batters. Carlos Delgado and Eddie Rosario. And there should be the flashback Eddie Rosario from the 2021 playoffs. I'm pretty sure you could use... I'm pretty sure that's the one I used. All the other guys were either right-handers or they were from... Or they were either lefties or they were from Puerto Rico. Lindor is one that you could use, but he'll only count for Puerto Rico.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh my god. Whatever. I'm pretty sure that I could have just quit as soon as I pitched that fifth inning with Sugano.
Hey!
But
0-2 is the count.
I just wanted to make sure.
Hey!
Yeah, there's Jim Rice, Santander. Yep. Okay, so Captain Blizzard Drop 5 program is done.